on, traders? Today we're going to talk a bit about live trading. I'm going to show you everything that I have on right now live, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm seeing. So first trade I am in right now is MBOT. MBOT being a stock that is super manipulated. It's always been this way. And yesterday it started running kind of out of nowhere, found some volume and gapped up this morning. We got a pullback this morning. Everyone thought, all right, it's kind of dead. But after that, as you can see, we put in a higher low right here. I'm kind of forming a range, as you can see right here. Put it down, as you can see right here, and kind of forming a wedge pattern here. We just broke out on volume. I started longing just before here because I thought, all right, maybe this is it. This is the trap, kind of V-bottom and then move up. But we had a pullback which held. It was really nice to see. And just after that, I'm still holding, right? So I'm looking for a move towards $9 or 8.50 as a first target. Haven't taken any off as of now, and if we break down under this 760 line, I'm gonna start cutting for a small loss. That will be a 10-cent loss. Against basically right around 70 to 75 cent as a target, right? So got a nice risk reward right around 5 to 10, yeah, that's going to be the target. That's going to be the plan for today. There isn't much dilution that they can do right now, but what I'm thinking is they might be searching for an offering and moving the stock up to get that higher closing price. The second name I traded today was SINT. SINT is a really known name. We traded it in the past. All right, I'm going to show you the daily chart really quickly. As you can see, every time we kind of gap up, we come back. They have an ATM, but a small one. That is a thing you need to know. So this morning, I missed the first opportunity to short right in here, right? So that's a thing I like to do. Shorting the first kind of run at 7 a.m. But I missed it, so I waited for some kind of pop and heaviness to come into the stock, which I found right here. I put down my stop right above that 220 line, and yeah, took it down. And as we kind of formed this this range right over 190, started building more. And once I saw that the 198 ask was soaking everything it could. And it broke down. I started adding more in here and covered at 177. At the open, I couldn't get any pop. We didn't see any kind of test of previous levels. Just at basically 190 resistance, which was a previous support. And yeah, we kind of tested it here and then we failed, but I wanted a bigger pop. I tried longing just a bit right in here as we couldn't break down, and I didn't see any dilution going on because I thought we might pop really nicely into that $2 area, but we didn't get it right away, so I cut my long. And yeah, that's basically it for SINT. I'm still looking for some kind of midday pop for the shorts to kind of panic a bit. But that's basically it for now. The other ticker I'm currently in is LCI. As I saw this pop and fade from there on until basically the previous support, I started shorting just a bit in here at 239. All right, so from right here, putting my stop here. This is kind of a bigger time frame trade. All right, it's been running for multiple days. As you can see right here, I'm looking for a bigger pullback towards 12 and under. And yeah, I'm going to be holding it. My stop is a bit wider on this one. This is not the typical small cap play, but more like a bigger cap trend following strategy. We got a nice, you know, a volume kind of range in between brightest highs and this 1250 level, so we might see some nice continuation selling if some seller steps in. And that's basically it for now. I mean, we got cool But cool, the problem is that we didn't see any kind of gap. I'm seeing some kind of algo on this one, kind of working its way up, basically, trapping shorts, stopping them out, coming back down, stopping them out, and so on and so on. So I'm gonna start watching it and watching it. As you can see, kind of the parabolic rate is starting to fade, it's getting heavier and heavier. So once I see real heaviness and some kind of rage breakdown or some kind of level really stuff hard, I'm gonna be watching it for a short. I'll update you right away. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep this video going. I'm looking at MBOT. As you know, I'm long. I'm looking for the shorts basically to get tested, meaning some kind of bigger squeeze over 850 for them to really start panicking, So I'm looking for the manipulators to push it at once and scare the shorts. I've got my cover orders over 850, trying to get filled. All right, so my average right now is 773 long, and I'm looking to cover over 850. All right, more panic, more panic. Come on, one more push. I think if we test 850, we're gonna pop over it, to 860, 870. But my orders are in the 50s. I don't want to kind of, be a hero, try to get the whole move up, as this one is kind of a bit more liquid and it's really manipulated. So I don't want to be in this stock for too long. I'm going to try to take the meat of the move, basically just take the move where the shorts are panicking and not hold, for the manipulators to hold it all day until the close. I don't want to be doing that. Otherwise, LCI, it looks like I'm going to get stopped out here over those highs. Still my cover order, stop order is going to be right here at 87, I mean. Yeah, otherwise, nothing. I'm not trying anything else. I mean, cool, as I said, algo, cracking down just under support just to reclaim. So yeah, not touching that at all until we see some kind of move like pop over 75 and big stuff back down into the range. That's something I would be open to play, but not this kind of action right here. Alright, so got stopped out of my LCI position. As you can see right here, we are crossing my resistance line that I was using as my stop. And as for MBOT, MBOT is still in play. I'm still waiting. It's still consolidating some more. And yeah, I'm still looking for that 850 break to cover into, the high 850s. All right, so the range is getting tighter on MBOT. I'm gonna move my stop down to 810 now. If we break 810, that's gonna be a lower low for me, and it's gonna be a bad sign for the uptrend. I still want them to absorb on the bid and kind of to push it, but if they fail to hold it right here, I'm gonna be out. And I expect the move to be pretty big if we start breaking down. So I'm gonna be pretty tight with my risk. So as I said, 810 is going to be my risk level. If we break under, I'll be out right away. All right, as you can see right now, that's what I mean with the manipulators pushing and shorts kind of panicking out. We're seeing, kind of a really weak, consolidation right here. Everyone thinks, all right, double top, and then we break down, but they're trapping shorts right here, right? So they are absorbing on bid. There were a few levels, so 818, for example, or 820, they absorb, So you see more size going through the bid than there is on showing on level 2. And all right, so cool is breaking down right now, as you can see, with the lower high right here, retesting the previous one, kind of forming a head and shoulders pattern. I do not think that this is the end. I think it's a big trap right here. There's not much selling going through, as you can see from the breakdown. I mean, we've seen bigger candles just before, same with the open, big selling volume, but this isn't big selling volume for me. It's not panicking, it's not breaking down, kind of big under VWAP. It's still holding the VWAP. It still doesn't have much, dumping volume. Like this candle had more, now this one has more, but still, I don't think that is it. I think they are trapping for a move higher, or at least grinding action until the afternoon. Alright, so just sold my MBOT position. It's breaking down right now, as you can see right here, and that's exactly why I just covered, right? So I covered at 8:08, so right before the breakdown, as we came close to the support, and I just saw too many offers. I'm gonna be looking at cool right here for the reclaim and new high of day. I'll keep you updated on that. Alright, so cool really trapped like I thought it would. As I said, it was grinding down here, no real panic. The volume came in like, not instantaneously, but took some time. So once I saw this kind of move off of VWAP retest, and here that's the real teller, right? So we want, after a crack like that, we want a small pop on low volume, which we got, so everything was right. So that's why I didn't long here. But once we tried breaking down, as you can see, no real volume, no follow through, next candle green, and I thought, you know what, if this candle here closes green, I'm gonna be looking for an entry, risking basically the low of this candle. And yeah, I tried getting in at 44, I couldn't get the entry. They didn't fill me, and they basically, it rocketed up to 60. And at that point, I was like, all right, let me maybe try to find a short near the resistance. If we get up, kind of parabolic, we're going to have a nice pullback before it starts ripping. But once we got here and tried to break down under 60, we absorbed every single share. So the bid was at 58, the ask at 60. I hit 60. Right here, we got the move up right away. My stop was really tight. So basically, if we got under that soaker, I was out completely, but they did exactly what I thought. So basically, the first batch of shorts from right here are scared, and they get out into this move, and then the shorts from this range right here are gonna get scared as well as we move up, and this is the second wave, so basically the shorts that are from here. And yeah, got up. I covered at 85, so for a nice 25-cent profit. Nothing major, but it's adding up and adding up. I'm not letting my losers get bigger. I'm focusing on only the best patterns. And this was, the only trade I took on Cool. So the only trade was 460 to 485. Before that, in the morning, just too trappy, too volatile. On this move, too grindy. On the other moves, not enough pullback, not enough short traps. And the short side, well, they stopped the shorts out right away at resistance, so there's really no way to get a really good risk reward, as you are completely, or the risk reward might be good, but the winning rate won't be, as you get stopped out every single time. So to find a good risk reward and also a good winning percentage, I needed to wait for some kind of second wave down. And as you can see, we got the first wave up, second wave, and then the move up, right? So, all right, so took Cool for a short right here. So as I told you, I want a range, I want stuffs. I want some less volume, and that's exactly what we got. So we got the range over it. Let me show you exactly what I mean. All right, so as I just told you, if we don't break down clearly, I'm gonna be taking it off, and that's exactly what I just did. So my entry was at 77, right as we, rejected from that level, and once we broke down right here, just look at the volume. There's not much panic as we get under this level. We are constantly kind of, reclaiming. So I just took it off at 72 for a 5-cent winner. So we're at a total of 30 cents. All right, so as you can see, Cool just broke down. We retested, all right, the level of previous resistance, and we just crashed back down. This time the volume is far better, right? So we see a bit more of panic, and on the bounce we didn't see a lot of volume, right? So just maybe shorts covering, nothing much else in my opinion. So I just took a short right here, right? So only what I'm willing to lose right now. So my stop is going to be just tied over 460, which was the morning resistance level. And I'm going to be looking for some more follow through under VWAP. I do. Right, so on Cool, I just added on that pop over 50. I added some more there. All right, let's see. We are retesting 440 once more. Let's see if this time we make it or we don't. They just tried to kind of bid prop it with a lot of orders at 445, but they just got eaten up. So we'll see right away if it's enough selling pressure or not. Let's keep this video going for a little bit more time. Right now it's just getting heavier and heavier. We're seeing more orders going through. Right again, you know, they started trying to prop that 445 level, but we just took everything out, and now 445 is on the ask. Getting stacked up, more and more orders, more and more size showing also on the offer. We're attacking 443 again, that level that held so many times in the past, but we never really tested 440. We always kind of started bid propping and holding just above. So I'm gonna be pretty excited to see what exactly we do once we test at 440. Either we're gonna start, um, kind of absorbing at that level, or we're gonna start breaking under and absorb at like 438 or something. That's gonna be also one thing I really don't want to see. So absorbing under that level, getting heavier now, 441 for 40, and now we're breaking down. All right, so let's see now if we start really kind of absorbing under that level, or if we start breaking down under the other levels. 430 right now has a pretty big order of 10K, which is bigger than what usually we see on this stock, at least. It's not, a huge order, but it's bigger than the average. And now that we broke down, I'm going to be moving my whole stop right just over that level, so 455. Now I've got a 4-cent stop on everything. I'm maximizing my risk reward. I'm not letting a winner turn into a bigger loser or something. I'm just gonna cut it if it gets over there, because it's not gonna it's gonna prove to me that it's just not the weakness I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for an all-day fader. I'm looking for a big move down. I'm looking for continuation, for a trend reversal, for all the longs to start selling. Because the other thing you need to think about is once we get right under this level right here, so 430, and we're testing it right now. Those where this is the area where the big bidders were. We just took more than half of him completely off. So there isn't much left of him. We're right now hitting him, hitting him, hitting him. There's just like 1/3 of him left right now. Let's see. Now the ask is kind of chasing down as well, which is nice to see. I'm trying to talk with you and about the tape, what I'm seeing live, because the tape is really hard. Tape reading is a thing that is pretty hard to learn, so I'm trying to tell you exactly what I am seeing while I'm seeing it. All right, so I just got stopped out 1/2 of my trade at 55. It just hit just a few shares, but I got stopped out while holding it. There are bid propping right now, which I really like. There's not much volume on that reclaim. I do think we're gonna head lower because of it. There's just not much follow through. There's not much absorbing. There's a lot of bid propping. All those things together really make me think that there's just not much left, power wise. All right, so I just added to my position on cool. What I saw was we got that 55 pop, all right, just above the resistance, tested 60, 60 on the ask, absorbed, and we came right back down to that 48 level. Selling volume, as you can see, like the breakout, no buying volume, and we just rejected right away. So added some more size to it. Right now I've got 3 times the size that I had when I started. And I'm willing to lose more now because I really start liking this pattern. There's just no follow through to the upside. I'm seeing absorbing on the ask. I'm seeing bid propping on the bid. I'm seeing, weakness. I'm seeing no volume on breakouts. I'm seeing volume when it starts breaking down. So I'm all right, so as you can see, Cool worked out exactly as I wanted it to. I added right around 1/2 more than that, so I'm at 5 times the size I had right here. All right, every single time I add, I can move my stop down. I'm locking in basically unrealized profits, and I'm basically able to build far bigger positions while keeping my risk really tight. So I'll update you on that position once we get to the target area, which is 375 for the first. Alright, so the trading day is over. On Cool, I had to stop out of the long idea, right? So I built a long idea right in here, and as it came back down, I started seeing that there was no follow through whatsoever. Cut it, and I started building a short. So in here, I added right in here, put my stop down at 440, which almost got hit on that move here. But once we saw this candle on bigger volume, there was some pretty big selling, but it popped back up right away. I tried to cover, and I got my fill at 425. So the afternoon was pretty much break even, and the morning a small win, and that's pretty much it for the sticker and for the day. I hope you liked the video. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button and share with everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.